All right, the question is, if everything's closed at Disney World in 2026, and much of it is, when should you go? If you're planning to go to Walt Disney World, maybe you got a kid who says, I just got to see the castle. Maybe your wife says, hey, the daughter's going to go see it, so get your wallet in line. All right, what's the right time? A lot of Mickey visit. When will Disney World's new attractions open in 2026? Timeline for openings by Blake Taylor. Let's find out what they say. Disney World's new rides and attractions for 2026. So much is closed right now. Look at this. But we got stuff coming. Bluey, Star Wars, Toy Story 5, The Muppet Show, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. What? Okay. Here it is. The Disney World ride opening dates. Let's find out what we got. Space Ranger Spin is opening in... What do we got here? March. Okay, so we're there. March opening. They think actually April. So you got a month left. Okay. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. When is it opening? Well, spring 2026. They say, survey says, they're predicting May 2026. Soaring Across America. When's that going to open? They say late May 2026. Fair enough. All right. Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run. They say late May 2026. I'm starting to see a pattern here, boys and girls. Jesse's Roundup, May 26, 2026. I'm seeing a pattern here. Bluey, late May 2020. Oh, wait a minute. MJ, are you getting the same idea I'm getting that maybe people should stay away from Disney until June because everything's opening in June?
Yeah, it's for the Cool Kids Summer.
Cool Kids Summer.
Everything's running from May 26th till about September 8th. You got your free kids dining plan. You got the Jesse's Rodeo Roundup layover over at the Diamond Horseshoe. If I said that right, Ron, please help me.
You got it.
And then we have Communicore Hall over in Epcot with Goofy playing games with the kids. Kids you get your water park tickets for free on day of check-in. Kids eat for free. I mean, that's what they're pushing for. And then you have your America's Birthday celebration during the summer too.
Okay, hold the phone, MJ. Hold the phone. All right, they used to say that.
Mic?
Hold the mic, MJ. Let's say that my family has decided that they want to go.
Okay.
They want to go to Disney World, and we planned a trip for April or mid-May. All right. Mm-hmm. And let's say that I've got some sway. Let's say that I work in a career where I can move that around. Mm-hmm. Should I get away from spring and should I move my trip to summer in order to be able to ride all this stuff that's opening up the end of May? Like all of it's opening May 26th.
Yeah.
So should I move my vacay?
I would say so because you're going to save money anyway with the free water park tickets and the kids are going to eat for free. You might as well.
Right.
But if they care about rides, if you have really small ones that don't care about the rides and you don't want to do the heat in the parks, I already told you guys to stick with the water parks, book your character dining at the resorts, and you're good to go. You'll have a great time. You want to ride, go on the Skyliner for free. Go take the water taxis for free. I can give you guys so many tips on how you can enjoy a Walt Disney World resort without having to go in the parks, because let's face it, the parks are all walled up, full of construction. But if you guys really want to go on these rides, that's the way to do it. You would just, take advantage of all the perks that they have for the summer. Now, I spoke with a cast member this morning over the phone, and he was very, very knowledgeable. He did tell me around the middle of May, they're going to have more promotions for Georgia and Florida residents. I don't know about Canada, but I know Florida and Georgia residents are going to have more promotions starting like mid-May. They're going to toss them out there.
I always feel bad for the Alabamians. I don't know, Alabama and Mississippians. I always feel, their states touch Florida. They're part of the Panhandle. Yeah. They never get the love. It's all, well, actually, Mississippi doesn't touch Florida, does it? So I just feel bad for Alabama. And South Carolina is way closer than the Blue Ridge Mountains of Georgia. So I feel sorry for my South Carolinian friends. Oh, they never get in on the deal. It's just the Georgians. Okay, but Ron, if you're stuck going to Disney in the spring when all this stuff is closed, and you're finding out that the delays have happened, it's not going to open until May 26th because there's a big push for summer. What a bummer for these families. I'm going to be a little frustrated about that.
No, I think it really, really depends a lot on if your whole point in going is because you really wanted to see I Am Tongi in concert.
Who doesn't?
Because
really?
that's, you gotta, is he the over the rainbow guy? I can't remember.
Get your Tonga toast and your Tongi, yeah.
He's not over the rainbow guy, but he did all of the new songs for the soundtrack, the live action Lilo and Stitch, and is really a great talented artist. And I would love to go see him perform.
Or maybe Josiah Queen. That's May 17th and 18th. I don't know, but that's really all you got going on. I do love Flower and Garden because Epcot is the prettiest that it ever is during the year, during the fall.
Okay, so that's a fair point. I hadn't thought of that. If you're going in the spring, you do get that benefit of what's going on at Epcot. So that's a consolation prize.
It is. It's
but the Flower and Garden runs all the way till June.
It does.
Yep.
But
so you have time. Yeah.
Isn't like the first week of June. I don't remember.
It's over June 2nd.
Oh yeah, that's
okay. So let's consider this then.
Maybe
the best time to go if you're going to go to Disney in 2026, culture maybe the best time is May 26th, May 27th, May 28th. It'll be before many of the crowds get there. Memorial Day weekend. It could be rough.
Does anybody
I don't know
anymore about the May the 4th be with you day. Does that even excite anyone anymore?
Well, they don't, or they would have had the Star Wars remodel done by.
Something else is opening on May the 4th. I feel like it, like something non-Star Wars. I remember hearing about it. I can't remember what it is, but
all I want to say is, unfortunately, that day where everything seems to magically come together is not in line with when the cooler weather is. That's the biggest problem. If you wanted to go to Disney World and you weren't anticipating any rides, it was the beginning of the year. It would have been like January 6th, January 7th, January 8th. It would have been in there maybe through the 19th. Despite the fact that it was extra cold this year, all you had to do was go down to Uniqlo at Disney Springs and buy first layer, Japanese first layer, and you'd have been fine.
You know what's funny that you're mentioning, like the best time to go doesn't even exist anymore. I was at Denny's. We went to Denny's for breakfast with the family the day after on our way home, actually. And I spoke to the nicest lady and she's like, yeah, my husband works for Disney and you would think I'd go all the time, but I don't like going because I don't enjoy myself because they make me make a reservation. And she goes, and I'm too old school for that. I don't want to be on my phone. She started naming all the things that we talk about on the show. I'm like, well, have you been watching that Park Place? Because we talk about that stuff all the time. She was so nice. Shout out to the lady from Denny's if she is watching. If you're there, I love you and I remember you. And our breakfast was delicious, by the way. But we are here for you, and we want you to know that we understand that there is no best time of the year anymore to go to Disney because of all the craziness, like reservations and making all this stuff. Right?
Can you answer this question? Now that we're truly beyond the reaches of the pandemic or the global crisis or whatever you wanted to call it, why are we still making park reservations?
Right, exactly. She's very upset about that.
There's not even a really good employment prediction reason for park reservations, honestly, because one of the things about Walt Disney World is there's no penalty for not keeping your park reservation, which means lots of people make park reservations that don't necessarily need them.
Pass holders are known for doing that. We might go these days, and then they make these reservations and they don't go.
Yeah, and as a pass holder, that's what I've had to do often is make reservations for days when I think I might go, and I certainly don't get there, and I certainly don't cancel the reservation. Most of the reservations I make day of, on the morning of, I want to go to Magic Kingdom today at 9 o'clock. I make my reservation stupid. Anyway, it's well past the time for the reservation system to completely end because they always had good algorithms before for how many people were going to come in on any given day so that they could predict that and hire and schedule the right amount of cast members. They don't need reservations for that.
No, they don't. It's silly. It's nonsense.
You can suss out how many people are going to be there based on how many hotel reservations you have, how many restaurant reservations you have. There are patterns there that tell you exactly how many people will be there. You don't have to do it the way they do it. It's a pain in the butt. It's annoying for folks who just show up and want to go to Disney, and it's made it impossible to do so. But folks, don't go to Disney World. This is our recommendation. I mean, we don't want you to boycott or anything like that. We just want you to have the best time possible. We're very pro-consumer here. If you're going to Disney World, you're going to have a better time after May 26th. And by the way, there's a few other things that are opening later in the year as well, as like Rock and Roller Coaster. We think that'll be open probably in July. But also remember, if you go in late July or August, won't be as many people there, but it is hotter than the devil's armpit. So unless you want to be part of, unless you want to be part of Satan's sweat brigade, avoid Florida in those months. It's a little bit rough, A little bit rough. All right, folks, that's the story for Disney World in 2026. Wait a bit, and you might have a better time with your fam.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.